We're going live, by the way.
Oh.
You can tell me, though.
Doesn't matter. It's Mary J. Blige. Let's get it
Funkin' down and funkin' on that in the dancery.
And then the way they bleep out ass.
Is it clunky?
No, you could still hear that they're saying ass.
Yeah,
So
ass
it's
on
like
the dance floor.
It's like ass.
All right, guys, we are live. This is our daily letdown about to roll. But we just, do a little warm up and say hello to the people that are here. The one person that is here. Hello, friend. Hello. It's probably our boss, Randy. Is Randy the first person that's in here? Before we get rolling with today's daily letdown, let us know if we actually have sound, because yesterday that was an issue. We did not have sound of any kind. So if you could,
good in my ears.
comment in the thing and let us know, and then we will begin the daily letdown for this day. This Wednesday.
It is a letdown outside today, too. This weather is blah.
Yeah, South Florida is, the Sunshine State about 99% of the time, but boy, that 1% is sad.
And Danny and I like to call these kind of days mopey days because it's mopey. Like, you want to just be in a blanket and mope around.
Absolutely.
We can't do that. Can't
well, we'll get into it in the actual podcast, which is going to go live here in just a second. But I roasted a chicken at 9 a.m.
I saw that.
An entire family Sunday dinner.
I saw that.
Cooked in the morning of a Wednesday. Because it was a rainy day.
I am proud to know you.
Well, friend, I think we're just going to get going with it. Please comment as you see fit. Just drop a comment wherever you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. And now the intro.
Put your hands up.
Here we are. Here we are, friend. This is the Daily Letdown. It is our chance to get together, have a little catch up. You've done the heavy lifting on this Wednesday. It's time to decompress. Let us be your letdown. It is a daily video podcast live Wednesday around 1:30 Eastern time. It's 1:22 today, so we're getting it in early.
That's us, early.
So, live on one day out of 1,000 on Facebook and YouTube, audio on demand, wherever you get your podcasts. For instance, the free WRMF mobile app. Would love to hear from you, especially because yesterday we did have an audio issue, and would love for you to comment so we know we actually are talking to somebody. And whatever's on your mind on this day, comment on Facebook, YouTube, or the app. As Beth Gant says, yes, we are live. And very good to hear from you as well, Brenda. So anytime. Meghan Lane, are you ready for the letdown today?
I'm born ready, actually. That's not true either. But I am ready for the letdown today.
Today.
Early.
I think right up top we need to send well wishes to Meghan's 94-year-old grandma.
Yeah, she's in the hospital. She's okay, though. She fell.
It's awesome to have a 94-year-old grandma, but at 94, like the sands in the hourglass, there's not a lot left. So you want to...
Thanks, Danny.
But you want to cherish every day. And anytime you have a fall over, I would say, 80, maybe, and, it becomes kind of a thing. And so grandma had a fall.
Yeah, she fell. She got up in the middle of the night. She wasn't using her walker, which she is supposed to be using. And then she fell, and she's in the hospital now. But it's all precautionary just to make sure, she didn't break anything.
She is okay, though.
She is okay. Yeah, I just talked to her on the phone. I invited her to be my guest to the Kravis Center when we go see Tina Turner play.
She's going to be there, 94 years old.
And she's going to be using her thing. What's it called?
The walker?
The walker, yes.
And is that one of the problems, is that she's not using the walker?
She's strong-willed.
That's
a good word.
I think that's actually very interesting. And my dad is not 94. He's 73, I think. And he is very stubborn about certain things, too. Like, for instance, they live in upstate New York. He refuses to hire somebody to shovel. So he
does it himself.
And 73 years old is out there shoveling feet of snow.
I know, because they live really up there, huh?
Yeah.
So it's snowing a lot.
So lawn, he does it himself. It's the same kind of thing. It's like you want to, not me. When I became an adult and started doing my own, having my own home, I hired people to do everything.
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of the opposite.
She still drives. Which is crazy. 94. She passed her test recently. She had to go and get a test, and this is not. I'm allowed to talk about it because she is allowed to be driving legally.
I think also I am the 180 opposite of your grandma because
You would have a driver?
I would have a driver. At the earliest age I could have a driver, I would have a driver. I don't like driving.
I don't either. I would love a driver. For forever DD. Let's go.
The Grandma Joyce, man, refusing to use the walker, driving herself at 94.
Yep, that's her.
And it's an interesting thought, too, because the Tina Turner musical, you invited her to go and see. That's the Broadway musical that's going to be traveling to South Florida.
Yes.
And she's at an age where she wasn't really a rock and roller. She was before rock and roll.
She wasn't necessarily
Like
that
was she big band?
Like,
I mean, what was her pop music?
She's more into like 42nd Street, which I guess
Show
is
tunes.
playing. Yeah, like that kind of vibe. But I invited her, and I think she was like just wants to be there to go with me. I don't know.
Awesome.
I don't know if she's super into Tina Turner, but I'm excited.
Well wishes to Grandma Joyce right up top. Is she on social media?
No.
Oh man, I would love to get her on.
That's the last thing the world needs.
Oh, I will be her social media manager. Oh my God.
We don't need all
There's
that.
the guy Ross Smith. Do you know his YouTube? Because he's got his grandma that he does stunts with and stuff. And
No.
Yeah, this is the Lane.
Okay.
It's Meghan Lane's Lane.
So you're saying I should put my grandma on my social media?
That you
Make
and your
her
grandma.
a star. She would love it. She would love it.
You're always trying to get me to do TikToks. Get grandma to do them instead. I would like that. What's on my mind today? Oh, because it was a rainy day here in South Florida, I roasted a chicken with potatoes and artichokes. So it was a full Sunday dinner that you would normally have at 5 p.m. on Sunday. I roasted it at 9 a.m. on a Wednesday. That's what I did today.
I feel a little bit responsible for this action because last night when we were leaving here, you said I have a whole chicken. I don't know what to do with that. I don't really feel like cooking it today. I was like, make it tomorrow for lunch. And then the next thing you know, I see on your social media that you're roasting a chicken at 9 a.m. I think I planted the seed.
And it was a good idea. It was weird putting a roast chicken in at 9 a.m. on a weekday.
It looks delicious. Oh, also, thank you for bringing me some.
I did. If you now, Meghan is holding it up in the studio, and if you,
I'm a chicken in a Tupperware model.
Do you have a utensil? Could you just dig into
Should
it
I?
and give an instant review right now?
Sure.
Just eat it with your fingers.
I'll just eat it with my hands. I don't care.
Okay.
So it smells good. As soon as I open that.
So it's just basic. It's a basic grandma roast chicken, just perfectly cooked. Meghan, that's a big bite. You got a big bite right there.
Oh my God, Danny, so good.
Meghan has often said she doesn't know how to cook. She struggles with cooking. And so you made chicken last night? Was it like that?
No, it was disgusting. Okay, so I went on a full spiral because I thought I gave myself food poisoning because I was eating it. And at the first couple bites, I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. And then I got this weird, like, bouncy, chewy texture. And it really threw me off.
Did you hit a tendon?
And then no, it was boneless. So I totally spiraled. I was like, I have cooked myself to death. I'm gonna be throwing up all night.
Oh, buddy.
Food poisoning is the worst.
Yeah, it really is.
I didn't want that, so I was like really nervous about it, and I almost had to I asked Cody, I'm like, is it okay? Do you think it's good? He's like, it's really good. So I was like, all right, I'm talking myself off the ledge a little bit, but this is why I don't cook.
Well, and there's this. I don't remember the most recent statistics, but they have done research on commercial chicken, and it's a very high percentage, like 80% have salmonella. So if you don't cook it enough, salmonella.
Oh my God!
It's a
I'm
very
so
high
glad you
percentage.
told me that after the fact because
yeah.
But it was a texture thing for me, and it freaked me out, and I convinced myself that I was going to get sick.
Well, there is a thing called woody breast. And friends,
I don't even know if I want to know what that is.
This is why you come here for the Daily Letdown. We not only, talk nonsense and laugh and have fun, we give you solid information. Like woody breast is a condition because we have eaten so much boneless, skinless chicken breast that there's this genetic condition that a lot of them have that make their breasts very tight and very spongy. Like when you cook them, they're very chewy. And it's not unsafe. But boy, is it unpleasant and there's nothing you can do. I've had woody breast in a restaurant. I've had woody breast in fancy, organic chicken. Woody breast is just something that hits you with chicken every once in a while.
Freaks me out. I guess that's what I had was a woody breast.
You did. You did, man. You just a little extra chew.
But this is I try to be good. Last night we were talking about, okay, let's go get a margarita, Taco Tuesday. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to cook. I'm going to be good. I'm going to try to save some money. And then I convince myself all night long that I'm dying.
And you have a woody breast.
And then I get a woody breast.
Night. Well, that's the breast I brought you today. Not woody at all.
No,
Am
that
I
was
right?
delicious.
That's a succulent
And I can't wait
breast.
to eat the rest of it. But I don't know. Some people don't like the sound of people eating. You know?
I love that ASMR.
I know you do.
Big fan of
but
that
some
stuff.
people do not.
Do you have somebody in your family that is gossipy? Somebody that loves to spread the gossip? This is another funny one because, Grandma Joyce
Yes.
in the hospital precaution, she's fine.
Yeah, she's okay.
She's fine. She's 94,
Okay.
so you're concerned she's fine. But your mom was really funny because she kind of blamed your dad for blowing things out of proportion.
He called me this morning and told me about it, and he's like, "Oh, but I think she's okay." I didn't even. He didn't even tell me she was in the hospital. He just told me that she fell. So, and then I texted my mom. I was like, "I heard about Grandma," and she's just like, "I didn't want to worry you. Your father is gossip."
That's such a great line, though.
Your father is gossip.
Because I've heard people, your father, somebody is drama, but I've never heard somebody is gossip. That's a really funny line.
But he didn't even tell me the actual facts. He's just like, Grandma fell. Like, she needs to be careful. She needs to use her walker, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my God.
Your father is gossip.
Is gossip. He is head to toe gossip.
He is. It's funny. I mean, it's true a little bit.
Like a yammering ninny in the neighborhood. He is gossip. What I wanted to share, and I wanted to ask, this is something I would love for you listening to comment if you've been able to break a bad habit. Is there a habit that you were able to break? Because I realize there's one that I broke, and it's only because my body is unable to do it anymore.
Okay.
So I had a bad habit of biting my fingernails.
Oh, yeah.
And not out of nervousness, just out of function. Just don't like if they're too long. So, this is like on my drive to work.
Yeah.
Drive to work, I'll bite it off, and then I would use my jean as a nail file. Yeah, that's my technique. And I'm not kidding.
That does not work.
It does so. Look at these. Well, okay. These were not bitten off fingernails that I'm holding up to
these
Meghan.
look like crap.
Yeah. So, but what I realized not that long ago is either my teeth have gotten duller or my nails have gotten tougher, but I can't bite them anymore. I can't. I mean, when I'm in the car and I try to bite one
that's a good
up.
sign. Do you know that?
Is it healthy?
Yeah, that means you're healthy. Mine are very thin and sharp. Remember we talked about this because I cut my face with my own hand, but it's because I ripped the gel polish off my nails. So now they're all thin and I messed my own self up. But the fact that yours are so thick means that you are a healthy guy.
Sign of health. So is it
Yeah.
because I'm eating well? Is it a good diet thing?
Maybe.
Anyway.
If your hair is thick and strong,
Yes.
your nails.
Thick
You're
and
getting
strong.
some type of what is the vitamin? Is it like biotin or something?
Okay.
Whatever you're eating, keep it up.
Okay. But yeah, so it was one of those things. It's like, yeah, it's kind of a dirty, bad habit, and I can no longer do it.
Yeah, I used to instead of bite them, it is an anxious thing. Like I can't. I'm like a fidgeter. So if you just I can't stop moving.
Sure.
It's probably a bad thing.
Yeah.
But you have to stop because it's so bad, and then it ends up hurting if you go too far.
Yeah, for sure. And they have that stuff you can put on there that tastes really bad. Did you ever have to resort to that?
When I was a kid, my parents used to put nail polish remover on.
Oh my God, that's not what you put on. That's poison.
Yeah. Well, no, it was when I was really young and I was still sucking my thumb.
Yeah, but that's, this is a whole other topic.
All right, well, they poisoned me, and that's why I am the way that I am.
Crazy things your parent did. If they put nail polish or nail polish remover?
Nail polish remover.
So
yeah.
acetone, which is incredibly poisonous.
Hey, it made me stop sucking my thumb.
Oh my
God. It worked.
Crazy things your parents did. I'm going to putting poison on your fingers so you didn't suck your thumb anymore. As a baby, as a tiny child, right up there.
I was getting too old. I was in third grade or something.
Yeah,
that was too much.
And you get desperate and you do things. I had a coworker who freely admit to drugging her small children with Benadryl. And it was shocking because she was like this super churchy lady, would get offended at the music we played. But she was like, oh, yeah, no, just give the kids Benadryl. Just grind it up and put it in a brownie mix. And I was like, oh, my God.
In a brownie mix?
Like, that's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, the crazy things.
That's insane.
Elaine just dropped us a message, and her mother did the nail polish thing in the 90s.
Yeah, that's when it was,
Yeah.
in the 90s. So Elaine and I We're on the same page.
I don't think it affected either of you. I think both of you are perfect.
I think it's fine.
Your brain cells firing just fine.
It's so funny to know all the stuff we did as kids, and then now, like, my friends who are parents are like, organic everything.
Oh, I know.
And we were like eating like cinnamon toast crunch out of the box
the
and
amount
Dunkaroo.
of sugar instead of nutrition. Just dump Domino sugar in your mouth, and there's breakfast.
I know.
It's a different world, but we come together. Make sure you leave us a little message, and then every day, because this is the letdown, you've done the heavy lifting. We want to give you a reason to celebrate something. The national holiday, a reason to celebrate this Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
It is National Dentist Day.
I'm slacking. I have not found a dentist here. I haven't been in like a year. It's bad.
I've been in probably a couple of years, and
Oh, okay. Then you make me feel.
I know, and I do this thing, with my fingernails that I can't cut anymore, where I'll scrape my teeth. This is a terrible habit too, but like I do that because I want them to be clean, and so I'm kind of.
There's such a thing called a toothbrush.
But this is for like right along the gum line, like what they do with the hook. I do that myself with my fingernail.
No, that's so gross.
Yeah, I do.
Because you have like germs in your fingers and you're putting them in your mouth.
And I
Says
scrape
the person who lets their dog lick off their ice cream cone.
But it is. The dentist is one of those things that there's definitely a love-hate relationship, but it's an important relationship to have. We both need to get a dentist.
Yeah, we need it. I need the hookup.
Get on top of that because it's important for your overall health to take care of your teeth. Now, that was a really good setup for me saying flossing is a lie. You
are crazy.
One of the biggest scams. If you just take a really good mouthwash and rinse it real hard, it does the same thing as flossing.
No,
Probably
it doesn't.
Better.
The force of your tongue and your mouth with the mouthwash is not getting in there.
Yeah, it is. It's getting in there better. It's like a car
How
wash.
forceful is your mouth? Because that doesn't work.
And it's because I have, I used to, they would ask you, the hygienist would say, do you floss? And if you say no, then they give you a big lecture. The last couple of times I've said yes, and she goes, I can tell. It's because it's a lie. It's a lie.
Maybe that lady was just a lie.
No, she went on and on about how great my gum health was. And, like it was this whole big thing about like, you can totally tell. Yeah.
No, because you can't get in those places without floss.
Why did I get that from the woman that was inside of my mouth?
How many years ago was this?
2 years ago.
Okay.
So, yeah, maybe different now, but yeah. I think flossing is a lie. What's your hot take?
Flossing is a lie. I believe in flossing.
But I do think, Dennis.
But I floss and I've gotten cavities, so maybe you're right, honestly.
Well, flossing was more for your gums. Not cavities. They're like.
Yeah, but it gets up and in.
Oh, is that where your cavities?
I learned that I was supposed to I've been flossing wrong because you're supposed to get in there and go around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
that's
I just
how you
went
do it.
in and out, in and out, in and out.
just to bloody your gums. That's how you did it. Just abuse
a water pick.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Anne Elaine says a water pick. Those things are 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, and that is what I do with the force of my own mouth. I absolutely
Have you ever
do.
used a water pick?
Yeah, and it makes a mess.
Are strong.
It sprays it on the mirror, so that's why I said I want to keep all of that in my mouth, and so I just rinse real hard. That's what I do. So happy day. Please listen to us live 2 to 6 every weekday on 97.9 WRMF. If you get the app, then you can also get our podcast on demand. Drop us messages. Mic drop. That's our voice note. Mm-hmm. That's how you send us a voice message through the app. So we appreciate it. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now everybody that's commenting, now we can talk directly to you because we couldn't really do it before. Yeah. And so, Elaine, what are you agreeing with me?
She was agreeing that it gets on the
mirror. The mirror. Yeah, it is the biggest mess. That's why I got rid of mine. Because it was the water pick was such a massive mess.
We have one, and it I find that it kind of hurts. Do you ever notice?
Is it there's a control?
I think I need to turn it down.
Yeah, there's a control. There's a settings on there.
The first time I did it so hard, and my mouth hurt so bad the next day.
Because I've never, living in South Florida, the first time I've ever had a hot tub that I was in control of, and it took me weeks, maybe even months, to realize that there's a control on the strength of the jets.
Oh, and you were getting your skin beat up. You had one of those massage guns that were like.
Yeah, I couldn't sit just in the hot tub. It would always push me away, and I'm like, what's this about? Oh, it's just you can control that. You turn that down is what you can do. Anything else before we wrap up here?
I'm hot. It's hot
It's
in here.
we did not adjust the temperature.
sweating.
Yeah, it's very, very hot in the
What were they
in the
doing
studio
in
right
here
now.
this morning?
Yeah, it's very hot. So I'm sweaty too. But we love you guys. We appreciate you. And if you are watching on Facebook, we encourage you to go to our YouTube channel, 97.9 WRMF.
Yes.
And then subscribe there, because that's really the home of this thing. You know, Facebook's like our launching pad.
Yes.
But then this is like training wheels. Eventually, it's going to go away, and it'll just be on YouTube.
Oh, it is?
No. I'm saying stuff. I'm not in charge of any of this
I was
stuff.
like, why?
we just show up and do this, and somebody else makes those decisions.
That's true.
But we love you guys, and we'll see you on the radio. Bye. Bye.